Hey, I'm Seth Johnson with Land House. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a busy day here. It's a Tuesday and not raining for once. So here's my list of things that I want to accomplish. First, I want to go down to my neighbor's pond and pull some dirt because I'd like to, let's see, last week we planted some grass right here on the hill and I want to put a top layer of real dirt on that. So that's one thing that I want to do. That's probably going to be the first thing that we do here together. Let's see, next I have a flashlight review to do. It's the Wildtac, come out of here. Let's see, this is the A4 version 2, I believe. It's a pretty big flashlight with a massive battery in there. But anyway, we'll be doing a review on that today. Let's see, also, I talked to a company called Sininger, and they sent me their Excel Wobbler. This thing is an irrigation tool that I hope will work with the ram pump. It only requires about 10 psi, and last week we also filmed the first of the ram pump series for 2020 and found out that the pressure from my storage tanks up on the hill is like 19 psi when the tanks are full, or more like 16 or so when the tanks are closer to the bottom. So we have enough pressure to run the wobbler. So what I'd like to do is film a video on this today that will come out with the ram pump series here in a couple weeks. So I got all the stuff. I think I need to put that in. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch poly pipe from my tanks up there. Okay, I'd also like to install the shop gutters today. I'm not sure if we'll have time for all of that. I want to hand till the garden, and let's see, I've already made pressure tanks for today. I made like 8 or 9 of them for ram pumps that are going out. Anything else? If we have time, I'm considering pre-drilling some of the material for the queen size bed frame that I have started. So anyway, a busy day, and the video you're watching is going to be mostly a behind the scenes of the other videos I'm filming around here. So let's jump into it. I thought I would film the flashlight review here on my widescreen. Do you remember last week when I was filming the vlog and there were 2 birds flying around here in the shop? Look at this. There's a bird poop on my white sheet, and it's bled through once there. Oh man, I'm not sure if that's going to come out in a wash, but I may have to pull this down and give it a try. But I think for now, I'll just try to avoid having this spot here in the video. But anyway, I like the screen. I still haven't ironed it or put up the other screens yet, but I have a plan. I spoke with the same company that provided the chain and mount here, and asked if they would be interested in sharing or doing a collaboration with one of their LED lights, so I won't have to use these giant boxes anymore. But anyway, all right, back to filming this little review. Okay, I've got the 4-wheeler set up with the trailer that I made here, so we'll be able to go down there and get some of that good rich dirt from the pond. So if you ever watch Dave Ramsey, he says you should not get a tax return, or at least it should be very small, because if you get a bigger tax return, you've basically been saying, here government, hold my money interest free for a year. So what I did this year was pretty good. Came out, we got a little tiny return, and with that I bought some shorts to work here on the property, so turned out to be really good. All right, I also pulled this 1/2-inch poly pipe and got the old ram pump going, or at least got it out here, so we can go down and install that wobbler here in a video. The plan is to go from the gate over to the very center of the garden and have that wobbler come up. I'm thinking what I'm going to use is a piece of the super strut or unistrut, whichever you want to call it. I've got a piece here. I'll just sink that down in the ground a foot or so and have it come up high enough that it will be able to circulate that water. I don't want us to be watering too far outside of the garden, so we'll have to kind of play with the correct height. But anyway, let's head down here and get some dirt. Okay, We were about 20 feet that way last time, and my neighbor asked my other neighbor that owns this pond if he could have some of the dirt, and so he came back here with his skid steer and pulled some of this, but there's still tons left to be used here on the hill. So anyway, I'm just going to be gathering some of this really great dirt and sand and haul it back up to the house. We can cover that grass area and hopefully get some really nice lush grass here in a month or so, because this right here is some nice dirt. Okay, that's about all I'm comfortable with putting here on this little trailer. Much more and it'll fall out or be heavy on the tires. But okay, now let's head back to the house and try to spread this out down the hill where I planted grass last week. I was figuring that if I'm going to go to the trouble to take all this dirt and throw it here in the front yard, I might as well make sure that I have enough seed down to make it worth it. So I brought the seed back out here and thought that I would just kind of throw it here in the yard just to make sure that I got a good coverage before I go spreading the dirt on it. Well, turns out I didn't lose much dirt and the tires look like they are fine. So I probably could pile some more on here if I'm going to do any more later on. This is just kind of an experiment in this little section here to see if this will take. If it does, I may continue out on the rest of the yard here. It's kind of wild. The little strip here, it's maybe 10 feet all the way across, grows really well. And then back down towards the garden, you can see it's turning green. But the little strip here in the middle, I guess it's just steep enough to be awkward, but sure looks a lot better than it did 2 years ago. My wheelbarrow is teetering on the edge here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start spreading this out, and it's supposed to be only a 1/4 inch depth for this grass, so it doesn't have to be much. Let's see how well I can do that. Okay, I just dumped that first load here at the top. See if I can rake this down gently to make about a 1/4 inch covering. It smells suspiciously like pond water out here. That's what one full load of pond dirt looks like here on the grass area. I'm going to say it's about, well, from here to here is about 12 feet. And then down those two little strips is another 12 or so feet. Anyway, it gives it a better chance than it had before. Okay, I just got the wobbler installed to the ram pump over here. It works really well. It has a throw range of about 40 feet if you let it operate at full force. But it is raining again, which is expected on a Tuesday. So I'm gonna go build some ram pumps and take those off to be shipped, and we will bring this vlog back later. It's about 24 hours later from the rain starting yesterday. It rained 12 hours straight, but seems to have cleared up enough now for us to get some work done. Well, I went to the hardware store, got some ram pump pressure tank PVC pipe here, and also I found this really nice clear or white drum for $15. And let's see, where did Emma put that? I need to clean my car out pretty bad here. I got some stuff for the micro hydro build down in here, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna unload this real quick, get it off to the side. Oh, also, I got a 10-foot 2x4 for our grape trellis. So what I want to finish up doing today is plant 2 blueberries and a grape, and then I want to hand till the garden space, get the rocks out, and prepare for planting. And that'll probably wrap up this video. I purchased 2 more blueberries and a grape. When we bought this, there was 1 leaf coming out right here, and about 3 days later we have this growth. So it is liking the indoors. But the instructions say to remove the plastic, soak them for up to 2 hours, and then plant. So I'm going to take some of our nice rich soil we just added to the garden. Grape is going to go over here. Let's see, I'm going to make a 10-foot piece from this pole over to another spot over here. And this is just going to be my dedicated grape area. So I may bring that pole off a little over here and make the other one like right in here somewhere. The grape plant is going to go right in here about midway. And then over here, I have my other 2 blueberries. One is right here, and then there's this one here. This one actually produced about 3 blueberries this past year, so I expect even more this year. But it's time to clean up. I need to put more mulch around here and get these going. But I think what I'll do is, I don't know if I'll plant them this way or over here. The raspberries are going to take over this entire back area at some point. I'll have to keep them in check. But so what I may do to keep all of this area free is just plant here, 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 and here, and just kind of have that my blueberry patch. And I may come out later with a second row, but for now, that's the plan. So let's go ahead and remove this plastic and fill up our bucket to do some soaking. I'll probably end up putting some kind of garden hose in here to directly water plants, but for now, we just have this. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can get out here and set up the grape trellis so that it will be able to grow up there as quick as possible, because in about 3 to 4 days this thing has doubled and tripled in size. Now, being out here in the cold may stunt that a little bit, but I'm going to soak all 3 of these for about 30 minutes or so. I'm kind of scratching off this top growth here so I can put some mulch down around this and keep it from growing grass and weeds, hopefully. Okay, so it says a hole that's 8 to 10 inches. That's about 1 shovel's worth here. Looks pretty good there. I'm going to refill these with some potting soil and some of this nice dirt that we got from the ponds. So I was digging this second hole and I hit something blue down here. Can you see that? I'm not sure if it's metal yet or if it's plastic. Let's see if we can test it out here. It's plastic. I don't know what it is. So I will dig this hole out a bit more to see what we're dealing with down here. Emma's out here helping me today. She's been putting 1 handful into the hole of this potting mix, and the other handful goes into the bucket water, apparently. So that's what we're doing. But I've mixed in a little bit of our good pond dirt into the bottom of the holes. Those 2 there, and then the grape over here. And we will be putting some of this potting mix in there. And I'm going to try to mix in some of the bad clay dirt with the good stuff over here to fill this back up. Oh yeah, and the pipe. So I dug it out to the end over here, and it just continues on this way, and I don't know where it goes. So what I'm going to do is just, I guess, hacksaw it off right there, get it out of the way for now. But let's go ahead and plant these. Totally forgot to turn on record, but we're just putting the first one in here.
That I am cleaning all my shoe in my hand.
In your hand?
It's real winter time.
It's real windy time? You can put more in the water there if you'd like.
This bag is way heavy.
Way heavy? Okay, Emma and I have successfully planted one blueberry and then the other one over here. I hope they make it. This one was super tiny and not worth the money it was paid for, but it is what it is. And then this guy is super productive, so hopefully it will make it. Now it's time to pour the water on them. It's at about a gallon each here, so let's go for it.
Pour the water on the plate.
Okay. Emma's going to keep watering our blueberries and grapes, and I'm going to try and hand till the whole garden here and just pull out the rocks. Let me show you what I dug up here just while I was pulling this one or these 3 holes for the crops. Let's see those right there? Definitely very rocky soil. I imagine it's tough for a plant to grow through that. Well, I feel like a decent bit of work was done over the past 2 days. It's nice to have this sprinkler system installed. I'll be using that here, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks. Got 4 blueberry bushes installed or planted. Nice raspberries. So tomorrow, if this weather is good, I'm going to install the other posts like this. And I've got a 10-foot 2x4 that will span across here and be my grape trellis. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Emma and I are going to go inside and take care of Arrow because Ashley is not feeling too well today. But anyway, please write some comments down below if you know about blueberries or grapes. She's ready to go. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.